Don't know which daydreaming this is, to be honest. Don't even know what to rhyme with honest, to be honest. I'm lost. I already rapped randomly before and now I'm sort of sore and tired out. I should wire off and shout a different way. I almost wanted to stop this and just restart, but I never did this so far, and this strange art will be kept this way. You're not always off the chart. I rarely am, so let's be honest about that. Don't try to scam people about that either. Don't try to slam it up. Yes, I am saying that I'm slaying it in time and time again, or that I'm snapping, or tapping into some unforeseen flow and go down there and show off. But I'm less of a show-off than one might expect. I just show off and rap, because that's what most of it nowadays seems to map towards, at least on an improvised scale. When actually telling a tale or talking about a subject matter, I tend to splatter in a bit of killing, but mostly subject. And of course it's subjective in parts, what I'm saying, whether it's actual art or whether it is something darker or twisted or wrong. Everyone can argue their own one. But it's alarming how hate has been amplified when it comes to disagreement. Rather than rhetoric or argument being used, physical violence as an acceptable alternative implies a crazy life in which these violent ants just rule over the lands in the same way we do now. So not that different actually. Yes, we should perform action and see for change. How fucking are you supposed to keep up that energy in my generation? Everything's fucked over already. We're trying to do damage minimization at best. And as we're doing it, everyone is fucking in the way. Everyone, at least, who gets paid for it. That's the beauty of capitalism, as seen in Texas recently. The capitalism there is not turning off the machinery, but just not upgrading it. Well, there's no coin in there. What can I earn? What worth is there in having you have it warm? Feed on the worms in the ground, who gives a shit about you? We made money. Our earnings report is looking good. And the only retort you have is nothing, because it's capitalism. There really is a schism there. A division. And a real lack of vision of the future. Because you really couldn't nurture such a beautiful idea and concept in which housing, food, drink, health are not dependent on anything other than being a human. But that's assuming too much. That people can be rational, empathetic, especially when in larger crowds or affiliated with any group. Group thinking is a general 3-point hoop shot, while blindfolded, spin around 50 times and not knowing where the hoop is. Like stooping to that type of level difficulty of swishing it. It's much more likely you're going to be missing it. And since the idea is accessible to me, I'm missing it. Every time I see the reality as it actually is. There ain't bliss in it. It's just repeated torment of what could be and what I actually have to see. And that is repeatedly. That is, I think, the most painful part. Seeing people hurt themselves, damage themselves, just do stupid shit over and over again, and it never hits them to change it up, to do something different. They defer it to later. I'll think about it then. Same for self-improvement. It's the delusion meant that, yes, I'll think about how I will not be completely depressed and even slightly happy once I get done with the work. Once I catch up. Once I find time for it. Even if they're lucky enough to find the little treasure of a bit of pleasure in the moment, they can't really hone in on it or zone in on it because it's immediately ripped away and shipped back to Amazon, where they steal it away. No, just kidding. Flipping on a tangent wasn't the smartest thing, and now I regret doing it, but the main idea I wanted to point towards was the self-sabotage that goes on when you camouflage your actual issues by saying you deal with them later. Just later never arrives. So you're an ever-growing hater of yourself. And that doesn't really end well, normally. And formally, I want to end it now. Because I'm tired. I already did 6 minutes. And I didn't really want to do any of them anyway. So this mix is over. Good luck. Like a 4-leaf clover.